Right. Well, there's a whole bunch of things. I wrote a second book called Trust-Based Selling, but I'll give you a couple just off the top of my head. Um, uh, in general, you heard the thing about the elevator pitch. What do you say if you have 30 seconds in the
Of
elevator?
course.
Never do the elevator pitch. Do the elevator question. If you know you're going to be 30 seconds in an elevator with the CEO of a potential client, think about coming up with a great question, not a stupid question with an obvious answer, but I mean a legitimate question. Like, I noticed that you guys have you've acquired XYZ Corporation. I would think that would raise some issues about compliance with such and so. Am I wrong about that, or how do you think about that? And a question like that says, guy's thought about it. He's paid some attention. That's not a stupid question. I'm not even sure I know the answer, but gee whiz, here's somebody who actually cares enough to, that's way more impressive than you compressing some stupid pitch into 30 seconds. So there's one thought. Another one, you mentioned closing. I'm a fan of never close. Let the client close. They'll close when they're ready. You attempting to close them is just, I mean, do you react well to that when you go to a used car dealer and they say, what will it take to get you out in this car? Yeah, it's much better when the client says to you, I don't think I have anything else. Is there anything else? And you go, I don't think so. And the client says, well, shall we do this deal? And you say, I think so. Yeah, good. That's closing. The right way to do it is when the client is ready. And I'll throw one final thing out. It's not exactly closing, but how do you handle objections? You've maybe had some training in that. And good to keep in mind, handling when you talk about handling objections, that's phrased like it's a bad thing. Like, how do you jujitsu flip it around to your advantage, like you're in combat? So how do you win the fight? Wrong way to think about it. If they're objecting, they're still engaged with you. That's a good thing. If they walk away, that's not a good thing. Long as they're engaged and objecting, that's fine. You're having a discussion with them, get over the emotional thing. And there's lots of objections, how do I know your firm has a track record? The best one of all is your price is a little too high. And everybody I know, their instinctive answer to that is, well, something like, well, not really. When you look at the value of everything we provide, it's not so high. Well, that's not very satisfying. I'll give you a better one. If a client says to you, your price is too high, what you say is, our price is too high? Help me understand, because in my experience, that could mean several things. It could mean that it's higher than you expected, which is problematic. It could mean it's higher than your budget, which is an issue. It could mean it's higher than a quote you got from XYZ down the street. That's an issue. Or it could mean you're somebody who never likes to take the first quote and you just want to bargain. I have no idea. So help me understand what you mean when you say the price is too high. And maybe I can fix it and maybe I can't. But let's talk about it and then we'll figure it out. Now, then you've changed it from a combat to a collaboration, a legitimate question about what do you mean by that, but without any combativeness. And an admission that maybe you can handle this, maybe you can respond, or maybe you can't, because that's the truth. If you always assume you can get every sale, then you're a liar. Nobody's perfect. You don't deserve every sale. Why should you assume you could get it? So you openly admit that, and all I think all that is entailed in that kind of an answer.